Hello everybody, this is the jungle story that my African friend Dowdy told to the children round the campfire one night. It's about the monkey who tried to lift himself out of the bog by his own whiskers. There's a riddle at the end of it. Dowdy said, one day in the jungle, Nyani the monkey and Tuku, his small nephew, had found a little coconut. They swung from tree to tree, throwing that coconut and catching it with skill, until Tuku fumbled and dropped it. It rolled downhill, faster and faster, until it bounced over the high bank and landed plop in the bog of sticky, slimy, squelchy, down-sucking mud. Tuku ran after the coconut, came to the edge of the bog, and jumped far out to land beside it splosh. His feet stuck. With great difficulty he lifted one out, but to get his other one out, he had to put the first one back. And before you could say coconut, both were stuck firm and fast in the sticky, slimy, squelchy, down-sucking mud. Tuku struggled and screamed, but the more he struggled, the more he sank, and the more he sank, the more he struggled. Poor Tuku, he went down and down, and the mud came up and up. He yelled to his uncle Nyani, "Help! Help!" But Nyani had only monkey wisdom, which works both slowly and strangely, and the mud gurgled up to Tuku's knees. When he reached this part of the story, Dowdy stopped and said to those who listened, "Was it easy to get into that bog, eh?" They nodded. "Uh-huh." "Did he have joy to be in the bog?" "Uh-uh." "If he stayed there long enough?" "Yo." They made noises of alarm and sadness. "Could he get out by himself?" No, he could not." Dowdy went on. It was at this minute that Nyani, the elderly monkey, had a real monkey idea. He yelled, "For a little monkey, you've got wonderful whiskers. Grab hold of them and lift yourself out." Tuku was delighted. He took 2 paws of whiskers and lifted with enthusiasm. For a minute it seemed to help, but it was only taking the kinks out of his spine, and then, struggle as he would, the mud came up and up, and he sank down and down. His knees, his thighs, his hips sank into the slimy stickiness. "Lift yourself! Go on! Lift yourself out!" Nyani yelled. He danced up and down and scratched out of sheer habit. And Tuku tried and tried and pulled, but all the time the mud came up and up, and he found himself going down. He felt the bog cold and clammy, oozing up his spine, pulling him down. He tried to pull in the other direction with his whiskers, but it did no good. "Behold," said Dowdy, "Tuku kept on trying with all his monkey muscle to lift himself out by his whiskers. But the more he tried, the more the mud came up and up, and the more he goes down and down," said the children. Dowdy nodded. Indeed, he was in trouble, for the mud started to push on his ribs, then it pressed on his shoulder blades, and Nyani rushed up and down all the time. "Go on! Pull yourself out! Pull! Pull! Pull!" Tuku pulled and pulled, but the sticky, squelchy, slimy, down-sucking mud crept up his chest, grasped at his shoulders, and clung to his arms. "Oh," gasped Gogo. "Poor Tuku." Said Dowdy. "But tell me, was it easy to get into the bog?" "Could he get out by himself?" A dozen heads shook. "Did he have any joy while he was in the bog?" No." "And if he stays there long enough?" "Oh, you tell us," whispered Gogo. "Behold, has not the mud been coming up and up, even while we've been talking?" "Up it came," said Dowdy, leaning forward. "Lift yourself out! Lift yourself out!" shrieked Nyani. Tuku frantically did all he could, but the mud came up. It reached his chin. It clamped his mouth shut. It covered his lips. It reached his nose. He clutched his whiskers even harder and pulled again. But the last that Nyani saw of his monkey nephew was 2 little paws clutching futile tufts of pathetic monkey whiskers. And then the mud of the bog smoothly came into place, and a few small bubbles were all that remained of the little monkey who tried to lift himself out of the bog by his own whiskers and couldn't. A sigh came from those that listened, mixed with the night noises of the jungle. "Listen," said Dowdy. "This is my riddle. What is it that's easy to get into? You can't get out of it by yourself. It makes you miserable all the time that you're in it. And in the end it kills, surely, certainly." The answer came at once from Gogo. "The name of the bog must be sin. But how may anyone escape? This is my great fear." "Ah, there's a wonderful way out," said Dowdy. "I know. I was in that bog. For a while I thought that I could get out of this sin bog by doing things. But it isn't what you do that matters at all. The more you struggle, the more you sink. Then I saw someone beside the bank. I couldn't see his face, but in his hand was a scar. He said, 'Put your hand in mine. I am the way. I'm the only way.' I thought, shall I do it? If I try hard enough, won't I get out by myself sometime? Then I felt the pull of the bog, and I knew that those who stayed in the bog died in the bog. So I put my hand into his, and he lifted me out. Oh, he was strong." "Who was it?" asked a voice. Gogo said quietly, "It could only be Jesus."